What's up, you guys? This is going to be a straightforward leg and core workout utilizing a set of loop style resistance bands. You either can anchor this whole thing to a door, which would work perfectly, or you can also anchor this to a squat rack. I will timestamp everything down below. I'll put links in the description box. If you guys like this content, please like and or subscribe, but let's jump right into the workout. Alright, so everything is 20 repetitions across the board for these 3 circuits. This first exercise in this circuit is just going to be this front squat. On this, you'll notice in this front squat, I really don't go really crazy heavy with this. A lot of these exercises kind of built upon each other, so you can make this harder if you want to. With everything, you can go more or less reps, you can increase the rest periods. I kept this kind of going at a fast click, so everything took me about, I think 30 to 40 minutes, I think, total run time. I think I kept it here. Eventually on the second and third set, I really just increased it slightly, so I don't really keep it at this tension. But my point is, I really didn't go crazy heavy with this one because I knew I was going to do 20 repetitions, and I'm looking at trying to get those deep squats on each repetition. And then the next exercise is going to be this forward crunch. I showed this to you guys before in a couple of videos. I really like this. I'm trying to get my bearings here. I'm using this other set of bands. I know I said I like my Undersum bands the best, but since I got this pair, I'll leave it set up, and sometimes I use these just to kind of break these in. They're stiffer, but what I like about this exercise is that you really feel this definitely in your upper abdominals, especially when you get to that 20 repetition range. Try to really arch in the middle of your back so you're stretching out your abdominals, and then those same muscles are going to be the ones you're focusing in on to obviously do that crunch in your abdominals. But the point is, just kind of really focus, get some squeeze action out of there at the bottom. Really feels good in this one, so this one's a good one to kind of, again, as you get to the third set, get you kind of compound each other, and you should feel definitely pretty sore. You could do more, as I always said, or you could do less, but really great exercise for your core or abdominals specifically. And that's really it with this first circuit. Everything's going to be 2 exercises per circuit, so I'll see you guys in the second circuit. As I said, though, if you guys want to up the intensity on any of these exercises I'm just showing you guys, or all the exercises, just add an extra band or increase that tension. All right, in the start of the second circuit, the very first exercise is going to be this drop step. You call it a drop step lunge, or you can call it a single leg squat. But what I did, again, we're using 20 repetitions, so I'd recommend grabbing a light weight or a light resistance band. And I love these undersun resistance bands because they are so a little more pliable, a little more of like a kind of a smoother give to them as you press up. You'll notice maybe in this set, but definitely in the second and third set, I really just take my time with this drop step and standing up, because I knew it was going to be 20 repetitions. And depending on your level of conditioning and this whole workout, really, you can bust through this whole thing if you really wanted to, but you're definitely going to get like a cardiovascular effect from this, especially if your rest periods are shorter. So I had it in the back of my head where I really told myself I'm not going to push myself in upping the intensity in each set, but you guys might do it differently. I do increase the bands. I think I add another one of those undersun bands on into really thin ones, so it didn't make the exercise too hard, but definitely up the intensity. But like I said, I definitely start slowing my pacing down a little bit as well, so that's totally up to you. So that's it with this exercise. I'll see you guys on the next exercise, which is going to be one I actually like a lot, and I don't think I've really showcased on this channel before either, so I'll see you guys in that next one. All right, so this next one, I made me think about this from doing like this kind of abdominal reverse crunch on the Total Gym or Reader Ultimate Bodyworks, but I figured, I'm sure other people have thought of this. I've never seen it done before, but I'm sure it's a basic thing. You just anchor the loop style bands and then just kind of do what I'm doing. I'm jumping back and jumping forward, actively trying to pull with my lower abdominals. You can also slide your feet. I don't know why I didn't use shoes in this workout, but you definitely could. It might make it better or worse. I don't know if you have shoes on or off, but this just felt good. I tried sliding it a couple times. I did some pikes. I even did some slides into like a push-up. This was plenty hard, especially with 20 repetitions. In fact, I think you might have just noticed me now, like right now, I'm taking some little breaks because it was all this stuff was kind of catching up to me. So a great exercise. Definitely, I would choose a moderate intensity again. And just as I'm keeping going here on the second set of this circuit, you can see I double looped the bands. I got two sets of bands on there. So if you want to keeping that intensity going, ideally adding that tension each set, but always trying to make sure you're hitting those 20 repetitions on each of these work sets. So I'll see you guys on the third circuit. Alright, you guys, this last circuit is going to be just a basic deadlift and then into a lateral lunge cable crossover. I was debating about this first exercise, what to choose. In fact, I had some other ideas I was going to do, but just to kind of give my legs a break, since you're going to even be using them in the next set, I just chose this. I grabbed kind of a moderate intensity. I could have made this a little bit harder. I just grabbed a really hard, heavy resistance band and just looped it around once and got my feet a little bit wider to increase the tension. I like kind of holding on to the actual handles versus the actual bands themselves. And I didn't mention this in the workout. Obviously, you guys can put some gloves on to make it kind of a little more forgiving on your hands and also increase the grip, but that's up to you guys. Again, just stuck for 20 repetitions. I'm really focusing on throwing my hips back, and as my hips are back, I'm really focusing on my glutes and upper hamstrings is doing a lot of the work, and definitely, you know, your lower back as well as working. And then just a kind of keep putting I anchor the band to some sort of chest height. I'm doing this lateral lunge. I'm trying to keep both feet relatively flat on the floor. I kind of have this little leg swing where just kind of getting more of a, honestly, it's just kind of creating a little momentum. I'm getting tired here if you guys can't notice from just towards the end of these work sets. But whatever side you're rotating to, grab that hand on first and then put the other hand over it. And then whenever you're rotating, try and have your head just follow your hand as you're doing that rotation. Really good. I think kind of topper to all these circuits that I've been doing. I think this whole workout really flowed, in my opinion, really well together. This is probably one I'm honestly going to go back to as like a staple leg and core exercise if I wanted to kind of grab if I was going to do that kind of pair of sequence together with a pair of loop style resistance bands. So hopefully you guys like this. As always, I'm going to kind of putting these in playlists, so to help you guys out, if you're going to go back to some, you know, staple leg exercises and or some resistance band exercises. Hopefully this was helpful to you guys. As always, if you guys like this content, you guys want to see more of it, please like and or subscribe. Thanks for watching. I'll let this video play out, but as always, much appreciated for all the support you guys have given me on the channel. So thanks a lot.